Hello and welcome back to Girl Talk. We're over at Hilton Head Honda, and with me is Don Shrewsbury. He is the general manager, and I guess you've been here about 11 years now?
Well, no, I actually was here. I was with the store down from 2000 to 2003 when it was down on the island. Left, chased some of those greener pastures, if you will, and I just came back in February of this year.
Well, welcome back. I'm
Well,
glad
thank you.
you're
It's good to be
in
back.
Bluffton, or in our neck of the woods.
Right. My children were born here, so this is kind of home to us.
Great. Well, tell us what's new. What's new at Honda?
Well, as most people know, we have the new Pilot this year, the new HRV. New HRV is an all-new product, and the new Pilot
Sitting right behind us.
is a complete redesign. New technology, new body style. Gosh, if you've been driving a Pilot, you don't know what you're missing. It's a fantastic vehicle. They've done a great job with both of those products. This year we got a new CRV, a refurbished CRV. So it's been a lot of new stuff. We've got a new Civic coming in the next 30 days, an all new redesigned, new body style Civic. So it's a good time to be in the Honda market.
Tell us some of, there's a lot of myths out there about, when to buy cars, what month, what time of the month, how much of that is true, and what do we need to know as consumers?
Well, it's an equal balance of fact and fiction. When do you buy a car? I heard the end of the month is the best time to buy a car. You're not really going to get that much better of a deal at the end of the month than you do, say, a day like today, a rainy day. I've got 14 salespeople doing nothing.
Good time to
Today
stop by.
would be a good day to stop by. It really, there is not a better time. The best time to buy a car is when you're ready to buy one. That's truly the best time, is when you're in the market. You've done your research, you've done your due diligence. I'm not saying at 6 o'clock on the 30th of the month, if I need 2 more cars to get that Honda quota, that I might not go a little bit deeper, but it's not going to be remarkably. It's not worth waiting 3 weeks for.
Sure.
I'll take any deal on any day.
And what about for the consumer who wants to preview things online? A lot of things are on websites these days. Is that representative of what you have in inventory, or?
I think that's a good word. It's representative of what we have in inventory. It's limited to exactly what we have, but because we don't have it, say for instance you wanted a blue Accord instead of a beige Accord, about 2 hours I can have that car sitting outside. So I wouldn't limit myself, if I were a consumer, to what a dealer shows in inventory specifically. If Honda makes it, most any dealer can get it. Some exceptions are the more popular items. The Pilot, for instance, and select models like your Touring, your Elites with all the equipment on them, that's the most popular. Right now you've got about a 2 or 3 month wait for that car.
Wow. And so what is your most popular model right now?
Well, our most popular by volume is the CRV.
Okay.
And that's kind of unique to us. We sell more CRVs than we do Accords.
And why do you think that is?
It's the market.
Okay.
Our retirement community here is a very active retirement community. They like the utility of the CRV. It's a very comfortable car to drive. You can get in and out. You've got the back end that's accessible. So it fits the lifestyle of the Hilton Head Island market.
And low on gas mileage?
Very great on gas mileage.
That's always a good
Super
selling
gas
point.
mileage. It's an economical car. It's designed well, from the LX model, which is we would call it an introduction or a base model, all the way up to a navigation or a Touring that has push button drop downs and everything else. So Honda's done a very good job dividing that up for just about everybody in the market.
Okay, so if someone were to walk in here, give us just a brief overview of what the experience would be like for the car buyer.
We'd like to say our experience is a little different than everybody else, but I'm sure everybody likes that claim to fame. The one thing you're not going to get is you're not going to get putting thumb screws and your keys on the ceiling and everything else. It should be a very casual conversation. It should be what do you want? Part of our advertising mantra is it's all about you. It's all about the customer. Folks will come in here and, hey, I've only got 15 minutes. The first question should be, what do you hope to get accomplished in 15 minutes? We want to know what you want to do. It is, the dynamics a little bit different. You had mentioned the internet earlier. The internet makes it, contrary to popular belief, another one of those myths, it makes it very easy for us. We kind of like the transparency of the internet, in that a lot of us have dealt with people that didn't have that transparency, that thought they knew. I would much rather someone have a very educated idea of what they're looking for, what price range they're in. Everyone loves all the buttons, but they want that payment to $250 a month.
And of course, they can come in and do an exchange if they have a car they want to trade in.
Absolutely.
You do that here as well?
We do. We have they can do it online through Trade-In Marketplace. We have a Trade-In Marketplace link on our our website that links straight to Auto Trader and Kelley Blue Book. They can actually, by answering a series of questions, get a very close estimate of what their car is going to be worth in the trade-in market.
And is that your typical buyer, someone who maybe their car is just at the end of its life, or do you have people that just stop in because, wow, I saw that brand new car that just hit the market? What kind of buyers do you see coming in? Are there several types?
It's a nice spread. I traded for a 2013 Accord last weekend with 4,000 miles on it. Looked at an Odyssey this morning, a 2013 Odyssey with 15,000 miles on it. But the customer wanted, it was time for something new.
Leave us with one quick tip for car buyers.
Take your time. The best advice I can give somebody is do your best to do business locally. Make sure that the dealer warrants that, make sure that they deserve that. But you want to try to do business locally. It allows us, if something were to go wrong, I mean, Honda, we've got a great reputation as far as dependability. But the reality of it is you're dealing with us, you're dealing with people.
It's very personal. That's great advice.
If something were to go wrong with that car, we want to be there to help you. We don't want to say, well, you bought it there, take it there. We want the service, we want the sale. It's a big picture product anymore. It's not just about selling that car, it's about selling an experience.
Thank you all for joining us today. We're coming to you again from Hilton Head Honda. Thank you, Dawn, for joining us.
My pleasure.
This is Erin Lentz for Girl Talk.